Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. As I'm sitting here doing some requests and have a bunch to record tonight, I don't know why. I guess because I was just going to look at this site anyway, I figured why don't I just record a video while I'm looking at the site? Why not? Just throw a little bit of extra for those who do want to see it. But of course, this is the site of Vinegar Syndrome, which, as you can see, they released the pre-orders for a couple films. This one I'm excited by, which, get the hell out of there. It was not that price when I pre-ordered it. Although that's still too... I know that's not the price I paid when I pre-ordered it. But goddamn, that's not just for this movie, but every movie they have is so damn expensive. That's why one of the reasons why I barely buy stuff anymore. It just is too goddamn expensive. It's too goddamn expensive. So I'm very, very picky in choosing. But I will admit, some of the stuff I've gotten is Vinegar Syndrome because I like their packaging. I like how sturdy the boxes are. I like that they come with a book. And the picture quality so far have been pretty good. Now I know this release, so many people have been shitting on it because what the fuck, the Golden Child. Now I get it that if you're not a fan of the film and you're like, I'm just fine with the Blu-ray, I get that. I do. I do. Me though, this is my favorite comedy of all time. Yes, seriously, it is my all-time favorite comedy. I love the film to death. I know that's weird for people because a lot of them, there's a lot of people that still don't like the film. They feel it's mediocre. They feel it's not funny. They feel it's one of Eddie's weaker films. I'm like, no, I would put Norbit and Night Professor films and Best Defense and Imagine That and shitload others. If you don't like the film, teach their own, but I love the film. I do think this looks gorgeous. Like, I love the way that looks, because that artwork is similar to the poster. I think that looks beautiful. That looks really nice. Hey, bird! Did you see a little midget in a tree floating? Or was it just me? Maybe it was Rod Serling. Now, it does have some features, which I figured it would not have a lot of features, but the Blu-ray has like nothing. It has a little featurette from back in the day, which I think this has that as well. And that's it. So this has a commentary track. Now, I don't know about the commentary track because is it going to be one of those where they're critiquing the film and how come this film didn't work? Put me on the commentary track, please. I know it's too late. But put me on the commentary track. Goddamn. Interview with the writer co-producer. Interview with the matte painter. Interview with effects guy. Designer and sculptor. Go motion supervisor. Because, let's see, you got archival, interviews, trailer. I wish they had put the other teaser on there that someone uploaded on YouTube. The 40-page book I'm curious to read. Now, again, I did not expect a lot of features on this because Eddie Murphy hates the film. I think maybe at least Charlotte Lewis or Charles Dance or the girl that played the Golden Child, maybe James Hahn. Those are four choices. James Hahn is getting up there in age, so I don't know, maybe he just doesn't do interviews anymore. I think he did one for Big Trouble in Little China, but even that was years ago. The girl who played the Golden Child, her and Eddie Murphy took a picture a few years ago, but I don't know if she's away from the limelight. She doesn't really talk anymore and stuff. The director's passed away. The composer passed away. Eddie Murphy doesn't like the film for some reason. So you're trying to stand there going, well, who would talk about this movie? Not a whole lot. Again, I think it would have been nice to at least have the girl play the... But maybe they asked and they said no. I would assume they did. So the features are not mind-blowing, but at the same time, some of these films, you're just not going to get a whole lot. Because the people involved, if they don't want to talk about it, it's like, I would love Van Damme to talk about Hard Target, but he's not big on that film, so that's why he wasn't interviewed. He did interview for Lionheart, Double Impact, Kickboxer, which I still haven't seen that damn thing yet. I have it, but, you know, it is what it is. But I did pre-order it because it's my favorite comedy of all time. And I think the packaging, this stuff looks cool. And again, I rarely splurge on stuff, so I was fine with that. I also did get this, Jade. I do think this cover sucks. I fucked up. I should have gotten the other one that was just a standard. I did not see this. So, because you could go down, get standard, and it's cheaper. But it's too late. I didn't realize. Wow. There's less than 2,000 left of that. So that's sold a lot. I didn't realize that. I should have got... Yeah, I fucked up. So I paid extra $10 for nothing. And I don't know if you can change it. But I fucked up, but oh well. So does it come with... Well, it comes with a 40-page book. I'll read the book at least. I do like those books. I do like reading that stuff. But Jade I liked. I do like Jade. I like the cast. I mean, you got... I like David Caruso. I love CSI Miami. I like Session 9. First Blood he's in, of course. Kiss of Death I even liked. I do remember liking this film. What's cool is this has the director's cut, which was only on VHS. And the reason I like that cut more, it's a bit steamier, but it has the full ending, where David Caruso realizes what's going on, and there's a final moment with him, which is the nice cherry on top for the film, and I don't know why they cut it out in the first place. Interview with the screenwriter, feature with some stuff. There's the Charlie Rose interview. So not a whole lot of features, but the director's cut, if this did not have the director's cut, I would not have gotten it. But to have the director's cut finally not on VHS only, I had to get it because, you know, that's what made me get that. Dirty Work, this is popular. I did not get this. I liked the film. But those two films I got was already, with tax, with shipping, almost $100. That's a lot of fucking money. And it's not just Vinegar Syndrome. They're all too much goddamn money. They are. They're all too much goddamn money. Stream Factory, maybe Tino Lorber. Tino Lorber is the only one that has fair pricing. I would say Tino Lorber is the only one. But, yeah, that's why. If you're a fan of Dirty Work, apparently it's doing so well that they are selling out. Like, what does it say here? Only 584 left, but they're adding like another 2,000 because it's selling so much. And it does have, okay, a director's cut that's a minute longer. But I think within that cut, there's probably language and other stuff put back in. But look at the features. There's a over hour-long documentary, multiple commentaries, interview with anybody you could get. Some actors, co-writers, assistant directors, Norm stunt double. I'm sure they got him because he would tell stories about Norm Macdonald, who's no longer with us. So you may go, why the fuck did they get a stunt double? Well, I would assume he probably worked with Norm Macdonald a lot. So, a lot of features on this. Probably because people were willing to talk about it, because it is a cult film. A lot of people do like it. Hell, More people like Dirty Work than Golden Child, based on the response. And also, people would probably want to talk about Norm Macdonald and Bob Saget, who both passed away. So, probably, yeah, I want to talk about that. So, I do like the film. It's just I can't splurge on all three. I can't. It just that's how I am. I'm a cheapskate. To put it like it is. Swimming to Cambodia. I don't even know what this is. I've heard of the name. I've heard of the name. And I think I remember the cover. Oh, by the way, speaking of covers, this cover sucks. This is a shitty cover. So this is a shitty looking cover. That is. I don't know why they just go with the... Even that sucks. Why don't they just go with the original cover? The original cover with the green was so much better. Plus it fits because it's called Jade. Now in the movie it refers to a person. Well, yeah, well it's still a person. But yeah. But going through this other stuff, I mean, it's funny that so many people got pissed off that The Golden Child got released. And yet, what, Devil Doll? Oh my god, though, yeah, we got Devil Doll. We got Ego and the Lunatics. Oh shit, we got the Devil Fetus. Fuck The Golden Child, we need more Devil Fetuses. Fuck you, buddy. Golden Child bullshit. We need more Devil Fetuses. We need more devils fucking. We need more bellies of architects. God damn it. We need more career beds and sets by advertisements. And there we go. Didn't realize I had half the screen fucking missing. But yeah, and this got a release, like The Carpenter. This is a terrible movie. It's got commentary tracks, 33-minute making of, interview with Wings Hauser. This is a terrible fucking film. I mean, it was never released, so I think it was only... I don't think it was ever released on DVD, so I get it. Films that had never been released. Plus, well, this is before Wings Hauser passed away. Obviously, it's based on what they could get. If they didn't get the rights to it, if they can find the original material to clean it up, all that jazz. But it's just, there's so many films out there, selfishly, that I want released. Murder by Phone, Richard Chamberlain. Let's have someone look into that. Richard Chamberlain has passed away. That film is a fuckload better than The Carpenter, in my opinion. That's, to me, is a fun little underrated gem movie. Not going to say it's the best movie ever, 5 out of 5 stars, but it's a fun little film, Murder by Phone. Let's put that out there. Let's look harder and find the first watchers. Granted, I have a bootleg copy, which is an HD version, so technically I have the film on Blu-ray over there, but it's, unofficial. Carnosaur 2 and 3, let's get that out there. Obviously, it'd be too high profile, but, 3 Men and the Baby, and fucking... That doesn't even have a Blu-ray. Staked Out with Richard Dreyfuss doesn't even have a Blu-ray. Nightlife, 88 Great Misdemeanors... Now the Judge was getting released, but when, I don't know. Because there's been no news on it. But, come on. The Carpenter... Virtuosity... I don't really like the cover, but I'm glad this got released. I still haven't watched it yet, though. I know. I have it there. I haven't watched it. Just been busy with stuff, but... I'm glad Virtuosity got released. I think it's a fun film. I think it's an underrated, entertaining film. I'm definitely curious to give these features a look. When I do get end up watching it. The joy of set. Well, I guess, I've been skipping through these. Sorry. Murder Rock. Give a fuck about Murder Rock. Last Tango in Paris, where then Marlon Brando like stick a banana or someone up someone's ass or someone in that movie. Or there's something about food. Marlon Brando having sex being horny, the movie. Ego and the Lunatics. Devil Doll. The Nesting. Films I don't give a fuck about. Drop Zone. Listen, I don't mind Drop Zone. I think the film is okay. I think that was Paramount, so I know they have Paramount releases. I hope they have The Relic, which I'm sure if that gets released, people will be pissed off too. Why can't there be more devil fetuses? I mean, it's cool. There's a new commentary with John Badham. There's interviews. Producer, music historian, video essay. Probably, I guess, again, the bigger one is the commentary with John Badham. Talked about the making of the film. Again, I don't mind Drop Zone. It's okay, but I can't spend that kind of money on that. Brimstone and Treacle? I don't know what the fuck that is. Devil Fetus? Don't give a shit. Belly of an Architect? I don't give a fuck about your belly. Last of the Red Hot Lovers. Like, what the fuck is some of these movies, man? Alan Arkin, I guess, is in it. Possession of Joel Delaney. So it's not like they're just releasing only popular films. Oh, they're selling out. We're selling out. Not really. You got The Nesting, you got Devil Doll, you got, fucking, look at all this shit. Devil Fetus. Go buy those fucking movies then. Crack House. This looks decent. I like to give these a watch one day. Seven Curse and Witch from Nepal. Nepl. Viva Nepal. Viva Nepal. But again, I'm busy with the paid requests. I know I'm doing this off the fly, but again, I figure I would just do this for shits and giggles since I'm looking at this anyway. And get back to doing the paid requests. But Deranged, I've heard of. I might have seen it once back in the day. Curse of the Devil. Is that Paul Naschy? Okay, maybe not. I thought it was Paul Naschy. Yeah, it is Paul Naschy. Okay. So I've heard of those films. I don't think I've seen them. I've heard of them, though. Get away. Street Trash. I have still not seen the Street Trash remake. Was never requested it. I love the original Street Trash. Never saw the remake. Crack House. I did not see Crack House. The Terranauts. That's a film from back in the day. Bang the Drums Slowly. I ain't banging any drums. If I did, I'm not going to do it slowly. Child's Play. The Child's Play no one fucking remembers. What the fuck Child's Play is this? Is Jesus a doll and killing people? Paul returns to his alma mater, exclusive Catholic boarding school for male adolescents, as a new PE teacher. Two of his new colleagues, and a Latin teacher, engage in a bitter rivalry as tensions rise. Anonymous threatening phone calls disrupt the usually tranquil environment. Finds us embroiled in unpredictable cycle of violence, which begins to reflect in the increasingly aggressive behavior of the students. Oh, it's Sidney Lumet. who did Serpico and Network. Hmm. Yeah, I never heard. It doesn't sound that interesting, but I never heard of it. Iced. Which this movie looks like shit. Iced. I think people bought this and then, I think Uncle Bill said it was okay. I don't know. Well, I did recently watch Shredder, and I thought that was okay for what it is. So, wow, 800 left. The limited edition is out. 868. Well, I am buying iced. So if you want iced, there's 800 left. Interview with the director, interview with the actor, interview with assistant director, and 2 commentary tracks. They always use the stereo continuos. Like for any slasher film, they do the commentary for. Congo's awesome. Fuck the haters. Fuck you. Congo's awesome. And I still haven't watched the fucking thing yet. It's still right there. Like that right there is like the pile. Blair Witch Project, The Hitcher. I still haven't seen that stuff yet. Demolition Man. So that was why I don't buy a lot of stuff, because I still have a pile I haven't watched yet. Same with The Keep. I haven't watched that yet. I got it. I know you can't see it. I'm looking now. It's there some... Yeah. Fuck is it? It's there somewhere. Kickboxer, Demolition Man. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. Alright. I've never seen Sliver. It didn't interest me. Looking for Mr. Goodbar, I never saw. Blood Tracks. I don't think I ever saw this slasher. I know the guys at Dead Pit saw it and they hated it. I think my friend Mike OCP saw it. He didn't mind it, I think. Maybe it's a different film I'm thinking of. But I don't think I ever saw Blood Tracks, I don't think. But I know that's a slasher film. Women on the Run, that's one of those Hong Kong films. I think Uncle Bill saw it, he was disappointed in it. Uncle Bill from Dead Pit, that is. Neither the sea nor the sand. I don't give a fuck about sea or sand. I don't want to be in the sea. I don't want no sand around me. They both suck. Who Killed a Teddy Bear? I don't know. Is the teddy bear from that shitty looking Blumhouse film, Imaginary? I don't give a fuck about your question. I ain't answered who killed a teddy bear. Black-eyed Susan. Why is she black-eyed? She have a seizure? Cannibal the Musical. That's the guys who did South Park. I wasn't a fan of that film. Ron Sullivan, the early years. I don't know what the fuck that is. Cemetery of Terror. I think Stuntman Mark told me about this. He said he liked it. Oh, really? I can't make that bigger? Really? It doesn't... I mean, I like the cover. Cool looking cover. Again, I've never seen this. I'd never even heard of this film. But I know Stuntman Mark, he liked it. Again, I don't know. If you've seen any of these, feel free to leave your comments down below. Grey Robbers, I think that was the other film he was talking about. Because I think Mark bought both of these and he liked them. Again, I haven't seen them. Grey Robbers. Again, not a bad looking cover. Don't Panic. I've never seen this either. I don't even know what this is. A bonkers tribute to Nightmare on Elm Street from the Tina Goy Mexican horror. So it's a Mexican horror film in the vein of Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, never seen it. I got the knife. I hate the This film sucks balls. This is a piece of shit. The fact this has a goddamn Blu-ray, like Murder by Phone and Nightlife and fucking Stakeout, 3 Minute Baby, Carnosaur 2, Carnosaur 3, these other films that don't have a fucking Blu-ray, but this piece of shit, boring as fuck, incompetent movie has a fucking Blu-ray. Pisses me off. Now again, I know it's stupid to be pissed, because again, it's based on who they did, what they did, what they can find, but this ain't worth a pot to piss in. Not so much a slash, it's not so much of a film itself. If you want to be bored, feel free. But I guess, you know what, the Vinegar Syndrome fanboys, you can have more of your ghost dances, I'll take Golden Child. Fuck that shit. I never really care about these limited I don't collect VHS. I just don't. The Tenant, I know that packaging is interesting because those, the door, they can actually swing open. So there you go on that. Mindbenders, I never even heard of. Dial D for Demons. What's the D stand for? Dickheads. Shanks. What about Michael Shanks? I don't know. Howling 2, Your Sister's a Werewolf. Should be like She Bitch of London or something. This is the only Howling film I like. I'll be honest. The only Howling film I like is this one. Why? It's Sybil Danning being sexy. It's Red Brown screaming like a banshee in heat, blowing up werewolves' heads all the way off. Christopher Lee, you know he doesn't want to be there, but he's trying. I like the music. It's a goofy, bonkers movie, but I found it fun. I don't like the first Howling. First Howling has good effects, that's it. I think the story's boring as shit. The characters I don't find that interesting. I don't think the humor is there like it is in other Joe Dante films, and the ending is stupid. Because when she turns to that, looks like a fucking dog, Pomeranian, what the fuck she looks like. Looks goofy as shit. An Eye for an Eye, I didn't see. It's a Hong Kong, probably, maybe Uncle Bill saw it. Miami Connection, I know that got a bit of a cult following. Surf 2, the joke with that was always, where's Surf 1? But I never saw Surf 2. Devil Times 5, Goldfish. How about Go the Fuck Home? Or Go Fuck Off? Hell's Trap, this looks funny, but maybe one of those that the trailer looks better than the movie. I have not seen this. I almost do want to see this one day, though. Hell's Trap. Because it's a killer, and they have the claws from Nightmare on Elm Street. Now, they changed it a bit. You see how there's, like, little hooks in there. Or, not hooks, but, like, sharpened. It's a little bit different, so they don't get sued. But Bloodbath at the House of Death. I think that one, like, is a film that tries to be a comedy. That's a Jet Li film I do not remember anything about. My Father's a Hero. Thieves Like Us. I wonder how many people bought a film like Thieves Like Us. Now, over 2,000, usually that's the cutoff point. So they could have 3, 4, 5, 7,000. They won't tell you unless it gets below 2,000. So I guarantee you, this probably has not sold at all. Because how many people don't give a fuck about Thieves Like Us? Reptilicus, I've never seen. Joyride, I wish it was the one with Paul Walker. I would have preferred that one. Maybe take the full cut, the full original cut, with the 40-minute alternate third act. Clean that up. That would have been cool to see. Reptilicus. 1,200 left. Out of how many did they have? 6,000 units. And wow. So they bought that many. They call me Macho Woman. So you're a hardcore lesbian. Blood Cult. I think that's a slasher film. Isn't it? Doesn't that star The Musician? Is that the one I'm thinking of? It's a. Oh no, I'm thinking of someone else. I'm thinking of something else. No, this is not the film I'm thinking of. The first movie made specifically for the home video market. Huh. Blood Cult. The first movie made for home video market. Might just scare you to death. I highly doubt that. Madman Book. Ooh, Navy SEALs. Interrogation, great. A movie so bad it's going to shoot you in the face so you don't watch your movie. I don't know. I've never seen this fucking film. What is this? Since you're trying to shoot me. Arizona is a traveling cabaret performer. No, oh, sorry. Antonina is a traveling cabaret performer. Directed to accepting a ride that she thinks will take her home. Instead delivers her to a military detainment facility. Coerces her into making a false confession against one of her friends. A secret prison. Brutality and humiliation. Survival. A landmark in Polish resistance cinema. I never heard that term, Polish resistance cinema, before. I love Invasion USA, but... So how many did this have? I don't know, I'm just curious. Usually 8,000 copies, and there's 1,800 left. I think for me, it's just... A lot of... I mean, I don't know. I think weren't a lot of these interviews... Well, some of them were. Well, maybe not. I don't know, I love Invasion USA, I just never decided to get that. I don't know why. Maybe because I got the Blu-ray. Like, that's a film that I do love the film, but I'm fine with the Blu-ray of it. Criminally Insane, I always thought that movie sucked. Navy SEALs... There's 1,000 left? Of what? There were 6,000 units, and there's 1,000 left. I mean, a lot. I mean, that 5,000 people bought it, so that's something. I mean, I don't hate Navy SEALs. It's okay, but I never need to buy it, especially for 45 bucks. No. Louis Teed, the screenwriter, one of the actors, a writer and film historian on the career of Louis Teed. So, I mean, not a whole lot of features. Again, I don't hate the film, but I don't need it, especially for that goddamn much money. China O'Brien, that'd be cool to get, but I remember thinking those films were just okay. But I mean, the features, interview with Cynthia Rothrock, a 33-minute interview with Richard Norton, who sadly has passed away, brand new interview with the actress, brand new interview with casting director, archival making of on China. Like this one, I wonder if this is on YouTube. Archival making of a China O'Brien featuring interviews. That would be cool. A 40-minute making of from back in the day. Oh, Cynthia Rothrock, Richard Norton had an interview. I gotta look this up. This interview. So it's from her YouTube channel. That'd be cool to have for the features, but I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm very picky. Lifeline? I've never heard of this. Is this a Hong Kong? It's a Hong Kong firefighter movie. I mean, they do crazy action sequences, so to have obviously it's not going to be martial arts, but it says here, what was it? A 45-minute non-stop climactic fire sequence? I would be curious to watch the film just for that. But I don't blind buy movies anymore. Dangerous Game. Is this the one? I want to know, is this the one I'm thinking of? No, this is something else. Okay. I was thinking of a different one. This has Harvey Keitel in it. Abel Ferrara. Okay. The Instructor, which I've never seen this film. That cover is just hilarious, though. The Instructor. Go to kick your ass. If you don't buy the movie. Which apparently not many people bought his movie. Red Mob. What a boring fucking title. The Ripper. More like the Trapper. Or the Shitter. The Shitter. Tom Savini, yeah, pretty much makes fun of the film for like 10 minutes. I did see that interview, though. And this film does... I don't even remember if I saw this film before. There was 4,000 copies and there's 1,300 left, so... that at least 2,000 bought it. There's more than... I'm surprised. Sweet Sugar, Riddle of Fire, Witch Story. Like, again, a lot of films you didn't even fucking heard of. Lady Reporter. Okay, that's Cynthia Rothrock. I just want to make sure. I don't think I ever saw... I never saw this one, Lady Reporter. Spectres... Singapore Sling. Sounds like a something they'll do on AEW next week. Touch. What a boring title. Touch. Going South. I know that has Jack Nicholson in it. I never saw it. Phase 4. I appreciate some of its direction. Like, it's a decent looking film, but it's one of those very slow-paced movies that could seem as very boring. It's about these bugs that are slowly taking over this area, and scientists like trying to be very scientific. Like, there's some interesting visuals, but you'd probably be very bored with the story, because I certainly was. Not the worst thing I've seen. I would like to get this. This is one I would like to get. I don't care about the limited edition. It's out of stock anyway, but... so that's what the limited edition was. There's 800 left. I would like to get this, but God... I mean, 30 bucks I guess is not bad, but I don't know. I have to think about it. I think I put it on my Amazon wish list. I'll think about it. Because my birthday is this month, May 25th. I don't know. I'll think about it. Because I do quite like this film. I really do like this film. I think it's a very good film. And like the cover itself looks better than the... I think it was Shout Factory released it. I don't know, I have to think about it. I think for me with some of these films, I'm just waiting to see if somehow, some way it'll get cheaper. Little Darlings, I think I did review that. It was kind of there. I guess some of these films are like Sex Mission, like some S&M bondage. Remember that show Real Sex, where it was like the weirdest, like tittiest sex. It was like HBO or something. It felt like something would be on there. Is that something I'm supposed to sit on or pray for? What the fuck is that? What is this? Of course, it's the one I look at. The year is 1991. When did this was made in 84? Scientific experiment of a lifetime. First cryogenically frozen humans. They find out they're in year 2044. The M-bomb has wiped all male species on Earth. Reproduction is handled via test tubes. Congress of the World Women's League is complete control, and they're the only two men alive. Males have been demonized, and the lead may be keeping a sinister secret. Damn, sounds like today. I mean, by 2044, maybe it will be that way. We got about 20 years. They have to convince the lead that they're ready to serve in the old ways of reproduction or lose their manhood in the process of naturalization. Sci-fi, sex rom. If you looked at this, would this tell you it was sci-fi? And take place in the future? That cover doesn't say anything like that. If I didn't click on that, I would never have known that. Daryl. I vaguely remember Daryl. Shut up, stomach. There's a 55-minute documentary? Wow. I'm one of those guys, I'm always curious about documentaries on films. That's crazy. That's a 55-minute documentary. I'd be curious what the hell they talk about for 55 minutes. But I'm not going to pay $45 just to watch a 55-minute documentary. I'll ask my friend Mike to see if he can find it for me. Because he doesn't tell me what place it is, but he has some site he goes to that he can find those type of things. So I think existence sucks, so that's fine. The 3 prophecy films. So all 3 have commentaries. The first film has a 38-minute documentary with the director, producer, DP, and special makeups. Second film has a 34-minute documentary. And the third film has a 29-minute documentary. The fact that the second film has a 38-minute documentary, and yet depends on who's willing to talk. Fatal Games I remember liking, but I never did bother getting this. Cool cover, I like the cover. I do remember this being a fun slasher film for what it is. I do remember liking this. But again, I pick and choose because I'm sitting there going, how often am I going to watch Fatal Games? Would I watch it again? Sure. Would I like to watch it again? Sure. But how often am I going to watch it? If I ever do watch it, or if it's requested or anything, I'll find it online, I'll watch it, and it'll probably be like another 10 years before I see it again, so Angel, you separate films. The first one's the only one I like. I do not like Mother's Day. I never liked Mother's Day. Rabbit Granny, Arnold, Magic Crystal. This is a martial arts film. I think, is it Cynthia Rothrock is in this? And I think Richard Norton. Andy Lau. I've never seen this film. Sci-fi, adventure, comedy, and of course kung fu. Huh. I would actually like to watch this one day. Sounds fun. Rabbit Grannies. Fuck Rabbit Granny. Evil Judgment. Ghost Nursing. Okay, who gives a shit? Gorgo. I remember not mining Gorgo, but I don't need to own it. Gorgo Lives, film historian and cartoonist. That's funny. Okay, so this is before, I guess they don't even say how long these are. I just, at this point they didn't really say that stuff. This other stuff, I don't know what the fuck. Killer Condom. Fuck Killer Condom. Terror Tin Killer, I heard that was a shitty, boring fucking film from the guys at Dead Pit. Night Screams, I heard that was disappointing. The Boogeyman. Not that great of a movie. Ninja in the Claws of the CIA. What a title. It's the Ninja in the Claws of the CIA. Body Tree 2 sold out? Or just the... Really? Wow, that's crazy. Of all the films, Body Tree 2 that had 4,000 got sold out. How the fuck did that film get sold out? Really? Body Tree 2 is a bestseller? How comes the front time I understand, although that cover sucks. I don't like that cover. I think it looks ugly. I don't know, Roddy Piper is greatly missed. Buddies, Battle of the Lost Planet. My friend Mike says this is a piece of shit film, and I believe him. And this got like a bunch of features and stuff, of course. Did Murder by Phone can't get a fucking Blu-ray, but Curse of Blue Eyes can get like a feature-length documentary and all sorts of shit. Just how it goes. Vacation of Terror. I guess so popular there were two of these movies? What the hell is this? Mexican cinema. Okay. Have fun. Freeway 2, I didn't see. Primal Rage, I barely remember. Biozombie, Devilsville Terror, Goodbye, 20th Century. I do like this film. I think this is actually a pretty decent film. I just didn't pull the trigger on it. 50-some minute interview with the director, alternate ending, trailer, so. But I do remember liking this. If you like Vietnam exploitation films, has a bit of decent violence, gore in it. Has a grim atmosphere. Like, I do like the atmosphere. It's very, like the jungles, like the setting. Have this, best way to describe it, grim atmosphere that I did like. Frostbiter. I don't know what the hell this is. Oh my god, look at that cover. Look at that. Is that Mick Garris? He's having a bad day. I have a feeling that movie would be more like Bite Me. Bite This. This film cannot catch a break. It's been out for so long, 10,000 units, and slowly been in there. I guess to be fair, I didn't buy it. I like Sidekicks. I do like the film. I can't for that price. $43 plus shipping and tax. I can't pay, $45 for Sidekicks. I can't. I like the film. I just can't for that price, man. I can't. This is only included with the deluxe box edition, so is that gone, I guess? Because it doesn't say, just as there's only one thing. So I don't know. Like I said, I do like the film, but not enough to pay that price for it. This is one I wish I had gotten, because I had not seen this film. I got requested it. I rather enjoyed it. There's Danny Lee, who was in Man, which I love. He was in The Killer with Chow Yun Fat. And then this guy, he was the star of Ghoulies. And I actually liked him better in this. And then this guy is the bad guy from Commando and The Road Warrior, Vernon Wells. That's actually a pretty decent action film, and sadly, I didn't know what it was, and then once I finally saw it, it was out of print, out of stock, so that sucks. I wanted to get this, I would have gotten. But yeah, I had not seen the film yet, so I didn't know what it was. But that sucks. I actually liked this film. I mean, there's not a whole lot of features, to be fair. Brand new interview, brand new. Does anyone even listen to historian commentaries? But I just have to always find it online if I want to watch it again, to be fair. Roadhouse. I like Roadhouse. I never did get that, though. Evil Laugh, I never saw. That's a slasher film, I think. Isn't that... I want to double check. Yep. I think I never watched it because it's directed by Dominic Braja, that piece of shit that did that stuff to Corey Haim. There's a 78-minute documentary? Really? That's almost an hour and 20 minutes. A feature-length documentary on Evil Laugh? What the fuck? Holy shit. What the fuck? I'll ask my friend to maybe find that documentary just to watch. Because I like documentaries, but... God damn, man. Fucking kidding me? Jesus Christ. But again, it depends on who you can get. Why the hell am I back here? I don't know how far. I mean, I guess I'll go... You know what? I'll just go back to here. Taming the T-Rex. That's a pretty awful fucking film. I'm curious. What's on the features? Commentary. Interview with the director. Denise Richards. Sean Whalen. I'm actually surprised Denise Richards talked about that. Oh, Sworn to Justice. This got out of print? Wow. A Cynthia Rothrock film got out of print. Maybe it was the titties that helped. God damn it. There you go. Maybe the titties helped. Yeah, both are sold out. Wow. 5,000 units and all sold out. Well, there you go. See, that's other martial arts films. Deadly Outbreak. Jeff Speedman is a fun movie. Let's get Deadly Outbreak out there on Blu-ray. And other Jeff Speedman, Street Night, Land of the Free. At least Deadly Outbreak. Let's get that on Blu-ray. Come on now. Let's get more Jeff Speedman films on Blu-ray. The only one is The Perfect Weapon. I mean, you're doing Cynthia Rothrock, you did Billy Blanks. Let's get some Jeff Speakman in there. Okay, let me look at the partner labels.